In 1942, Hitler said that the most foolish mistake we could possibly make would be to allow the subjugated races to possess arms. History shows that all conquerors who have allowed their subjugated races to carry arms have prepared their own downfall by doing so. Indeed, I would go so far as to say that the supply of arms to the underdogs is sine qua non for the overthrow of any sovereignty. So let's not have any native militia or native police. 5 days ago, Joe Biden, at a $2,800 per head fundraiser in Seattle, said, "Why should we allow people to have military-style weapons, including pistols with 9mm bullets and can hold 10 or more rounds?" Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I thought Joe Biden was different. I thought Joe Biden only wants to ban the scary guns with the scary bullets, not my handguns and my hunting rifle. So how did Joe go from wanting to ban AR-15s to now wanting to ban 9mm handguns? I'll tell you how. He's always wanted to ban them. Joe Biden is no Hitler, but when it comes to the Second Amendment, he thinks just like Hitler. The only difference is Nazi Germany was a dictatorship, so Hitler could simply impose his will, whereas America is a constitutional republic. So Joe has to seduce us to impose his will. Same mentality, different strategy. Joe may say a lot of stupid things, but remember, Joe has been in politics literally his entire life, so he knows how to placate to different audiences. Joe didn't make this statement at a town hall or debate with regular people. He made this statement at a private event in a room filled with the rich elite. How does the saying go again? Tell me what you say in private so I know how you really feel. Actually, that's not a real saying, I just made it up. But that doesn't make the essence of the statement any less true. Joe Biden is an authoritarian elitist with a southern drawl and a wandering hand, and not to mention is a monumentally high-grade FUD. Joe Biden thinks the Second Amendment is only about hunting, which is why at the same event, he talked about Delaware goose hunting restrictions that limit hunters to 3 shotgun shells and said, "We protect geese from Canada more than we do the people." This analogy tells you everything you need to know about Joe's stance on the Second Amendment. The more we restrict your gun rights, the safer you'll be. i.e., if there's a shooting where the criminal had a 30-round magazine, let's limit your rounds to 5 rounds to make you safer. Then, when there's another shooting where the criminal used a 30-round magazine, let's limit your rounds to 3 rounds to make you even safer. And on and on and on and on this goes until, let's just have you turn in all of your guns and that will make you super duper safe. I told you, the whole weapons of war military gun talk was simply a catch-all phrase for all guns, because all guns are weapons of war. That's exactly why we as a people want them, because self-defense is a war. Fighting for security of a free state is a war, especially when it's from your own government, which is what the Second Amendment is truly about. It's not about hunting. Joe Biden doesn't care about the Second Amendment. He cares about power. The Second Amendment is a nuisance to people who are in a position of political power because you can't fully exert your power over an armed population of people. Germany was a democratic government before it became a Hitler dictatorship. Hitler unilaterally banned Jews from owning guns and then proceeded to lead them to their slaughter. Joe Biden has spent his entire life in politics, which by and large is the strategic acquisition and accumulation of power. He doesn't want less power. That doesn't make any sense. So he's always going to suggest more and more and more and more restrictions under the guise of safety. Because under a constitutional republic, which we are, people like Joe Biden can't just limit our rights unilaterally. He has to persuade us to give up our rights. And he does this by saying one thing to the common people and a whole other thing to the elite in private. People, we can't be so quick to give up our Second Amendment rights in an attempt to be like everyone else. Our Second Amendment rights make us unique in that we are one of the very, very, very few countries where the people truly have the power, but we are giving it away at a frightening pace for simply the illusion of safety at the very real expense of our freedoms. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. You can do this by leaving a comment, sharing this video, and click the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice, and let them know you want to keep America tactical, because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion. It was a directive. Also, if you're wondering where to get your I will not comply, I lost all of my guns in a boating accident, the AR-15 is protected by the Second Amendment, and your state-specific Keep America tactical shirts, click the links in the description section of this video.